Welcome back to my garden. My name is Robin. I garden in Zone 6 in Northwest Connecticut. So if this is your first time visiting me, thank you so much. Please go back and watch some old videos. If you're a current subscriber, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Everybody subscribe, hit that like button. It really does make a difference. So today, what do I want to talk about? How can we have less maintenance in our gardens? As fall is a time, I think we really all feel the pinch of, oh my God, there's so much to do to put the garden to bed. And one of the things that I think makes life much easier is to use blooming shrubs and not blooming perennials. And I'm slowly trying to just go through and figure out, do I really want that perennial there? Can I put in an evergreen? Can I put in a blooming shrub? So I thought I'd walk around and show you what I mean by blooming shrubs. Now I have a lot of them, so I'm going to try. I'm not going to go into detail on every one of these because at some point I've talked about the details of all of these. And if you have a question, please feel free to ask me about it though. So again, blooming shrubs versus blooming perennials and evergreens. So in order to have a garden that's less maintenance as we get older, let's face it, we all want less work. Do we want to be cutting down perennials in the spring or the fall? Annuals are a different story. You're just pulling those up and that's not usually a big deal. But for everyday maintenance, shrubs, blooming shrubs, typically give us interest spring, summer, winter, and some spring, summer, fall, and some in the winter. So it just depends, what you have planted. So I'll show you these flowering shrubs that I have in my garden that provide interest for me all year long. So let's take a walk around. Now, I'm not going to do this in any specific order. I'm just going to walk around. So the first thing would be clethra. Summer sweet. This one is ruby spice, I believe. You have the beautiful, can't talk. You have beautiful green foliage. You have the gorgeous flowers. On this one, it's pink. I have another one that's white. You get pretty fall color. And then you have nice structure because this is a good sized shrub. In the wintertime, the birds actually love this. So there's clethra. Next up, calicarpa. Beautyberry. Now, the great thing about beautyberry, obviously, is the fall color. These purple berries are absolutely gorgeous. The branches are completely covered with them. Now, you can cut this all the way back if you need to, but again, it provides interest all season long. Barberry. And I have right here Barberry and Pinky Winky, so tons of hydrangeas, particularly the panicle hydrangeas. They bloom on new wood. A lot of the newer hydrangeas, especially the ones from Proven Winners, bloom on old and new wood because they're a mix of different types of hydrangeas to make them a little bit more resilient to the extremes of the winter, frost. So here we have a barberry. It has beautiful little yellow flowers in the spring and gorgeous color. Pinky Winky hydrangea looks good all year long. And of course, you'll still have the structure in the wintertime. But obviously you get great fall color. Now I'm not going to include roses because I don't think they're great all year long unless you live in a different climate than I do. Oak leaf hydrangea, again, spireas, another great one. Spireas give us flowers in the spring, and there are a lot of different varieties. This is one of the double plays. So you have spring flowers, you have beautiful green foliage, you have beautiful fall color foliage, and I have a lot of different varieties, and I'll show you some of those. But again, look at that oak leaf hydrangea. Okay, so obviously I have a lot of evergreens. So again, that's something else, obviously, that I've talked about. Add in more evergreens. and add in more blooming shrubs versus blooming perennials. Now, over here, and I'm not going to talk about trees. Okay, I have viburnum. This is Mariaceae. Again, beautiful green in the spring with gorgeous flowers, and it's hard to believe there's actually some flowers blooming. That's how messed up our season is. And then you get this gorgeous red color in the fall, which is just about done. There's some more pinky winkies. I just added an Invincible hydrangea over here. And of course, you've been seeing me add in more evergreens. Still have snapdragons, kind of crazy. Over here, Rose of Sharon, again, provides, color and foliage 3 months of the 3 seasons of the year. Elderberry. This is a black lace elderberry. Back behind there, it's not really doing too much right now. But again, in the spring, you have those beautiful clusters of white flowers. Cotinus smokebush. So the smoke bushes, again, you get that big puff of flower, and it looks good all season long, spring, summer, fall. And, of course, there's not much to look at in the wintertime. Now, my garden is kind of getting past its prime, well past its prime at this point. So these were double placed spireas. Don't remember which one, Big Bang, I think. And they did have really pretty color on them, which is kind of now gone. All right, let's see over here. 9-bark, another really good one. I'll show you some other 9-barks a little bit farther up. Another hydrangea, Limelight Prime, that I just added. Again, these panicles bloom on new wood, so you can rest assured that you're going to have blooms. This Viburnum Mariaceae is already finished. Here's another spirea. Okay, so we've got Durvilla over here. Again, really pretty yellow flowers on this variety. Great fall color, along with Bobo hydrangeas over here. And I've got a Bobo hydrangea out over there. Brandywine viburnum. Let's scoot around. Oh, I missed. This is Spirea double play doozy. And look at that, it is still blooming. It has bloomed all year. I love this. I've added another one. I just put a bunch in for a client. These dahlias will all be gone in no time. So look at this Brandywine viburnum. Besides your great color, you have gorgeous berries. So this, again, looks great all through the seasons. The berries start out pink, and they turn this beautiful blue. Really pretty. Let's walk up this way and see what we have for blooming shrubs. Weigela. I have 2 of these. I have this one here, which is a new one called Midnight Sun, and I have another one. Lilacs. While yes, they're a shrub, don't know what I think about lilacs. For the most part, I feel like they're very temperamental, and they don't provide a ton of interest once they're finished blooming. So over here, azaleas, of course, give us all that spring color. It's another spirea called Blue Kazoo. There's another one called Gold Mound. And look at the pretty fall color. Now, another thing is I have pussy willows and red twig dogwoods. Again, those give us definitely seasonal interest. I have red twig dogwoods, so I get the branches. The pussy willows, I get pussy willows in the winter, which is really nice. Salix, these are Hakuro Nishiki. And in the spring, they have great color and flowers and provide, nice structure all winter long. So let's scoot over here and look at the 9 marks. They are gorgeous. I have summer wine and copper wine over here, or coppertina, copper wine. Yeah, summer wine and coppertina. I have Diablo. I have some green ones. Again, talk about 4-season interest. So you have little white flowers, pinkish white flowers in the spring. Of course, you have the green foliage that's actually tinted beautiful colors, and it just depends which variety you have. You have beautiful fall color, and these have exfoliating bark. So they provide interest 4 seasons of the year. I have some wee white hydrangeas down there. Those bloom on new wood. I have cotinus, smoke bushes over here. Let's see if I can get over there. Again, beautiful fall color. So again, you have interest all 4 seasons. Now these need some major cutting back. Oh my God, look how big those are. And I actually coppiced that to the ground last year. I did this one this year. And I'm gonna definitely have to cut these really huge branches. Holy mackerel. Oh my God, I guess they're happy. But again, you have, the smoke flower, and you have the gorgeous color all year long. Another spirea, this is Spirea ogon. Again, spring flowers, beautiful yellow green in the spring, changes to a beautiful color in the fall. Quick fire hydrangeas, beautiful. Actually, I still have a bunch blooming. So you have nice structure. They bloom on new wood, which is great. Big stand here. I have a red twig dogwoods. That's hard to believe. We actually tried to cut all the dead wood out, or the old wood, so we'd have lots of nice red stems, and they've gone gangbusters. So these need to be really cut back. Another one is the winterberries, just covered, absolutely covered in berries. The birds love these, and they're going to be, of course, eating all those berries. So again, you have great 4-season interest. Here's another hydrangea called Tough Stuff. Beautiful fall color, beautiful flowers, and holds its structure in the wintertime. But I mean, the fall color is just absolutely beautiful. Here's some limelight hydrangeas. And behind them, now they don't flower, but they do get a little berry, are some inkberries. And they're great for evergreen interest because they stay green all winter long. And then, like I said, they do. I doubt if you can actually see this, but there is a little black berry there. But again, I have little lime hydrangeas here. And those look great all year long also. All right, let's check it out. I'm not going to go through like all my evergreens because that would be kind of silly. And I've been talking about evergreens and winter interest a lot. So let's see if there's anything else. Oh my gosh, I have a clematis that's blooming. Oh, that's crazy. Elsa Strath. Okay, so here I have spireas again. I have double plate artisan. This is the bridal wreath one. So that in the spring, covered in white flowers. Calacanthus. This is Michael Lindsay. This is a sweet shrub. And it's got a glossy green leaf 90% of the year. Great fall color and beautiful little red flowers. There's another hydrangea called Firelight Tidbit. And over here we have a shrub called Mock Orange Philadelphus. Beautiful white flowers in the spring. Not super great color in the fall. And back to pretty much where we started, I think. So these are 9 barks. This one and this one. Again, we have flowers in the spring. We'll have more color in the fall. This is a weird year for color, I've got to say. Got more hydrangeas. This is the Let's Dance big band variety. So we have interest all year long. So I hope that gives you an idea. What can you plant so you have some less maintenance? Because like I said, as we get older, it gets harder and harder to maintain our yards. Hopefully you found this helpful. Like I said, I've been trying to minimize the amount of work. Now, this fall, I've got to say, it wasn't cutting perennials back that was my problem. It was pulling out weeds. So if you do anything in the fall, pull weeds now. You don't want them to sit there all winter long, get nice strong roots and go bonkers in the spring. So pull out weeds, and that's what I actually hired somebody to help me do. Cutting down perennials, especially I use a hedge trimmer, 1, 2, 3, like I can cut a whole stand of catmint down in 5 seconds. I take a little bit more time with things like hostas, but these things are all dying to the ground anyway. So be judicious in what you're gonna save, what you're gonna cut, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And I'll see you in the next video, and happy gardening.